brought to you by the Good Brothers. It's going to take us a while to get to that.
Yeah.
We need to. It's going to take us a while to get that intro down.
Yeah.
But for about 15 years, I started shows the other way. But now it's going to take me a minute. But we're going to get it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today? Single H.
We're going to talk about Rocky Horror and board breaking.
The Rocky Horror Board Breaking Show today
Yeah.
on the Single H Show Half Hour Power Hour, brought to you by Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery. That's right, friends. Not only have we begun our new campaign of trying new ways to use limited space by combining 18 holes of championship golf with memorial places that you can lay your loved ones to rest. But that's right, kids. We're going to start having outdoor karate lessons. That's right. You can get a hole-in-one, you can break apart a board, and you can remember the ones that made your life special at Rolling Greens Golf, Cemetery, and Dojo. Make the place that you've got your hole-in-one the place that you have your hole-for-one. Yeah! Rolling Greens.
I know what I'm going to design later.
The Rolling Greens Golf, Cemetery, and Dojo?
Yeah, like design the path for it.
Oh, that'll be cool. All right, so let's do the Rocky Horror Board Breaking Show. Which one do you want to start with first?
Let's start with the PG portion.
So Rocky Horror?
No.
The PG portion. Samurai Single H.
Yeah.
Breaking some boards today.
Yeah, I was. It's nice getting into more practice before black belt testing.
Yes.
Because even though I know I can do it, I just need to show myself I can do it.
Yes.
And I needed to do it at the speed I'm going to do it at black belt testing.
You need to get a lot more practice in.
Yeah.
I know how to hold boards.
I know, but I need 2 bull holders.
Okay.
And I don't want to accidentally.
You don't want to accidentally kick my hand like I saw the Grandmaster happen to, and
Yeah.
what is the other one? 4th degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grandmaster and the 4th degree get their hands kicked over and over again. I felt really bad for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely. So I do have to make one statement.
Yeah.
And this is going to connect to why we have a different beginning of the show. Many people are going to email me at thesingleHshow@gmail.com and say, hey, can you put up a video on Transcendent Media of Single H breaking boards? I have to respectfully share with you, I cannot. Since the recent election, we have decided it's highly, highly crucial to keep Single H's image off of social media. We have decided that we can be anonymous enough on the podcast, but unfortunately I cannot send you videos. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But talk about the method of breaking a board.
So, it is literally at least 2 people. One person is fine, but at least 2 people holding a board for it to stay stable. And then the person breaking it that's going through it.
Yes.
But for black belt testing and for tournaments, you need to have everything lined up for you to do both breaks at one moment, essentially. For black belt testing, I am doing a side kick and a palm heel in that order.
Mm-hmm.
For me to have enough, and I also do the side kick for me to have enough energy to move my whole body forward into the palm heel.
Yeah. I was quite impressed to see your foot go through that board today. The last time I saw you break boards, you didn't quite have the leg strength yet. And you did it. I was quite proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily, I learned how to remember everything that me and one of my instructors and one of the other people who go there learned that one lesson that we literally that we're both, like, level 9, the trying to
Yeah.
break down board breaking board.
That's for sure. There's one strategy when you think about hitting things, like if you're in sparring or something, you're thinking about hitting the target, but
Yeah.
board breaking is much past that. It's actually you're trying to focus to hit through the target, right?
Yeah. For me, it doesn't help me picturing through the target, so I have to look at the board and find the spot that I think it will break and put my hand to that spot.
Yeah.
Or put my foot to that spot.
Yeah.
Because even on rebreakables, there's still a spot on the board that it will break.
Yeah. And I've actually noticed at times the ones that you can break over and over again sometimes are actually harder to break than a regular board.
Yeah, they're harder to break.
Yeah. It's quite the battle, but
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, watching that foot go through that board today, watching that palm heel strike go straight through that board today, quite proud of you.
Yeah, and my brain lets how to forget how many people are watching.
Yeah, and you need to practice that hard because the black belt testing, it's more people.
Yeah.
It is way more people in the black belt testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about karate? We haven't talked about karate in a while. You are still one test away from your first degree black belt.
Technically 2.
2 tests. The fitness test
and the actual full black belt test.
Yeah. So, but as far as doing sparring and forms and stuff, there's one more of those tests left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like you're sitting on it. You're sitting on its head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm finally to a point that I'm kind of through elite enough of the grief that I can do it.
I get it. I get it. There's a lot of family connection for you with karate memories.
Yeah.
And I honestly, one of the things that the grief can become a motivation too.
Yeah.
And knowing that they're kind of still rooting for you in whatever spiritual realm they may exist. Your grandmother in heaven and my dad probably somewhere in Valhalla. But them rooting you on and cheering you on and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you got to finish the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice being able to prove to myself that I can break through boards.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that you can. Quite very proud of you.
So I line up and then I kind of need to do, hey, did I get my distance correctly? Because I feel like for black belt testing, I need to buy a massive piece of paper, and I need to have people stand on it. People stand where I need to, and put tape where it is, and tape where I stand in different colors.
Well, yeah, you can do that, but then your board breakers shift, and then it's not right anymore, right?
No, because they need to be in the same place, and the board needs to be in the same place.
That's true. That's their responsibility, but you still, after that, have to judge distance.
Yeah, that's what the long piece of paper is for.
Okay, that's
where
fair.
we tape out where everyone is.
And, okay, I get it. I get it. So that you can practice it without a board break, without the boards.
Yeah.
I understand.
And
Completely.
for me to know the distance to where everything should be.
Yeah.
And the good news is I'm good at estimating the height, because my knee and everything, legs down are pretty much
Normal?
I'm lucky if they get above the rate. Sometimes.
I understand that you've capped out on your height. Yeah.
But I'm lucky if I can kick, because we have talked about it on the early days of these podcasts, of my body constantly breaking down on me.
Yeah, you've dealt with some knee issues, yeah.
Never breaking bones, but breaking down on me.
Never breaking bones, just breaking bad.
Yeah, it was, I was surprised that I got through that kick this morning. Because before, when we were at home, my knee and went back into the socket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let's hope that
that holds out.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen while I'm doing kick. Because that will not hit.
No.
That will hurt me.
That will hurt you quite a bit.
If I extend that when that happens.
Yeah.
So I was glad that I was even able to do the side kick.
Yeah.
And then palm heel. I love palm heel because I can aim it easier.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm really, really proud of you. So before that we get into our next topic, I need a little coffee because coffee helps me stay awake for those midnight movies. And I wonder if there's a place I can get a good cup of coffee before I go to the midnight movie.
Come and get your cup of roasted blue coffee from Beanies and Hatchetfield. Come sing and jive. And come get your Tickly Wiggly for that $49.95 at Toy Zone. Yeah.
What is a Tiggly Wiggly? Is that a toy in that show?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Hatchetfield universe.
In the Hatchetfield universe?
Yeah.
So I need a good cup of coffee because we need to talk about you.
Yeah.
Single H, watching for the first time in a safe and secured location.
Yeah.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rated R for it.
The rated R for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the movie that focused on the family, said, it's great alien fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is a fun film.
Yes. And
I love Calypsia and,
oh my God. You said that so wrong, I didn't know you were talking about. Columbia.
And her girlfriend.
Magenta.
And Magenta. I love
Columbia and Magenta.
I love Columbia and Magenta.
Yes.
My favorite part of the movie was that Columbia wearing Mickey ears.
Yes. Columbia was my first on-screen crush.
Yeah.
And in which your mom immediately corrected, don't you mean the first person you lusted after? I said, well, I guess you're right, because my first on-screen crush was Alyssa Milano on Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's break this down. Let's talk about the music first. You've heard the music over and over again. Did the music get better seeing it performed?
It was good.
It was fine. It was okay.
The only thing that annoyed me was sound quality.
That the music, that you kept pointing out that the music was way louder than the speaking.
Yeah.
Almost ad nauseum. I was like, okay, old man.
I'm sorry, it annoyed me.
If it's too old, it's too loud, old man. I said that exactly how I meant it. If it's too old, it's too loud. Come on.
Yeah, it's been good music. I love the set that they made.
Isn't it a cool? They went into an old castle to film that movie. Yeah, it was quite cool.
And everything that they added to the castle made sense
Yep.
for the characters that were inhabiting it.
Yes. So you like so after the music you want to get into the cinematography. It sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, the music is really good. We're started going on the Halloween playlist.
Yep.
I already have 3 versions of Time Warp on there.
The original version, the Tenacious D version.
Yep.
And what's the third version?
The movie version.
I already said the movie version.
I have the musical version.
Oh, from the Rocky Horror Show?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have all 3 versions on my
Alright,
house.
so that would be the original. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'm down. I'm down.
I go in chronological order.
Yeah. So, what were you surprised? I was amazed that when he sang, I'm going home, that you didn't know that was from the Rocky Show.
No. That sounds like it was like a Queen song or like
fair enough.
like a Billy Joel song.
Uh-huh.
That's how that song sounded like to me when you have played it in the car before.
Yeah, and you've heard me play that song on guitar at open mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
It sounded like a rock song.
yeah, well, it is a rock musical, so
Yeah.
it technically is a rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. And yeah.
It was really cool. Let's do this part next.
Yeah.
Because I have Ricky Kane on the FaceTime watching it with us,
Yeah.
doing the callbacks,
Yeah.
and me doing my callbacks.
And one time I called Brad during the first part of it a Republican.
Well, that it is a hunting lodge for rich weirdos,
Yeah.
or also known as Republicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He has that look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you surprised at some of the things that that Rick Kane said?
No. They made sense for coming out of her mouth.
I've heard her curse before,
Yeah.
so it didn't shock you at all some of the things that I've said, because
Yeah.
you've heard me curse before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it did surprise the notorious GAPD, who, even though that she was not invited to the party, found her way in and started throwing cold water on everything.
Hey. At least we were all watching it as a family.
But in the end, isn't that what Rocky Horror Picture Show is? A family film?
Yeah.
I mean, it is owned by Disney.
Oh yeah, it's technically right.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And there's a documentary that I sent to the fam of the making it.
The Making of Rocky Horror?
Yeah.
It's
on the fam group now.
I will check that out. I missed that. I've been too busy plotting against Republican rule and trying not to lose my shit this week.
I sent it at too late at night because I was trying to run out my body's energy.
Okay. Well, and I went to bed too early at night because I almost went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast too, but I went to bed at 8:30 and woke up around 8 o'clock the next day. I got about 12 hours of sleep last night. It was quite absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can we talk costumes for a second?
Let's talk costumes. What is a podcast without Single H talking about costumes?
I'm sorry, I love it.
I know it. It is.
I really liked how everyone Elite seemed like they felt comfortable in their costumes.
Alright, the phrase that I've heard people say a lot is comfortable in your own clothes.
Yeah.
And there is nothing like the Rocky Horror Picture Show to put that into perspective.
Yeah, it seemed like everyone was comfortable with it. And it seemed like everyone was like having a fun time with their friends.
Yes.
'Cause that's what it seemed like it was. It felt like a group of friends telling their own version of Frankenstein together.
Yes, that's quite true.
And that's what it felt like to me.
And it was really, really awesome. Hey, you just put on them being comfortable in their own clothes. At the end of the movie, everybody kind of breaks out of their shells and ends up in the halter tops and fishnets. So that's them growing into their identities. That's a pretty good narrative there, Hoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty much for the middle part of it, like, naked. They're all... This is violated the rated R portion.
Well, this was your first booties and boobs movie.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a young man now? Not yet.
I'm not.
You just enjoyed it all.
Yeah.
From Frankenfurter to Janet Weiss.
Yeah, and Frankenfurter had a fun time. Drew Carey, right?
It's Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Please, no one ever make a Rocky Horror Picture Show with Drew Carey in it. Please don't.
It seemed like Tim Carey had...
Oh my God, Hoot. Now I'm going to have nightmares of Drew Carey in a freaking Rocky Horror Show.
Tim Carey.
Jim Curry. Not Jim Carrey. Tim Curry. Not Drew Carey or Jim Carrey. Those are both actors that I don't want to see in fishnets.
Yeah.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Thank you.
I'm trying. Tim Curry seemed like he was having a great time with Frankenfurter.
Yeah, I think he did.
And he did also play Frankenfurter for 3 years on stage.
Yes, he did.
Before the movie.
That entire movie is the original cast.
And I'm like, and it seemed like that's part of the reason that they were so comfortable with it, because the movie, they felt like, okay, we've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
We can let's do our own thing now.
Except I'm really not sure if Barry Bostwick and Susan Sarandon were in the play or not, but I know Timmy Curry, Nell Campbell, Tricia Quinn, Richard O'Brien, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that felt like everyone was having a fun time.
So here's something that you already know, but I'm going to say the fact anyway. The guy that played Riff Raff has two identities that you may not be aware of. One of them I know you knew. No. What is his other identity, the guy that plays Riff Raff?
He was on Phineas and Ferb.
He is Phineas and Ferb's dad. It freaks me out every time I think of that. That he is Phineas and Ferb's dad. Do you know his other identity?
He wrote it.
He wrote the show. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that before we watched it.
Yeah.
He wrote it.
So, are you going to watch it again?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the live Shadowcast?
Yeah, I might want to watch the run with, JD from Off-Broadway.
JD?
Yeah,
Who's JD?
Jason Dean.
Oh, Jason Dean?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Or do you want to watch the other one that Fox had, too?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll watch that, too.
And then want to watch all the different versions we watch and all different takes of each character.
And then you can see the live Shadowcast one. Alright, well that sounds pretty cool. That was the Single H Show for this week. We are
The Good